When I was 12 years old, my dad had a passion for welding. He had done the welding on the lunar excursion module that landed on the moon. And I was his only son, and he said, "Steve, do you want to learn how to weld?" And I said, "I'd love to." And so Dad taught me the most difficult type of welding, which is heliarc welding or TIG welding. And it was how he taught me that kind of gave me the vision and passion. He said, "Instead of telling you how to weld, I'm going to show you how to weld." And he put his arms around my arms, put his hands on my hands, and he taught me how to weld.
Some 40 years ago, when I was a part-time farmer and a part-time lawyer, I used to bring irrigation pipe to the Petersen garage for Steve and his father to weld. And Steve was just a young boy at the time.
Steve Petersen and I have grown up in far west Utah together. We've watched each other buy businesses and do different things and become very, very good friends.
I started working together with Steve in 1977 as a CPA. That was before Steve had any employees.
Back in 1983, I was living in the community here in Far West and playing basketball one evening with Steve Petersen. And he said, "You know, you graduated from Weber State College and your degrees in sales and communications. How about coming and working with me?" Him and his father and about 8 other people at the time had a manufacturing facility here in Far West known as Petersen Specialized Fabricators.
I helped actually incorporate Petersen in the very early days and was their corporate counsel for a period of time. So I've watched the entire arc of this business develop, and it's truly an amazing story.
We've grown from a group of a dozen of us to 504 employees today, approaching $100 million in revenue and 1.5 million square feet under roof. It's a little different facility than it was 33 years ago.
I can't really say I saw that vision back then. I just wanted to be a blessing for people.
I've always looked up to my dad. I've always wanted to be around him since I was old enough to talk. So the opportunity to get to work with him has always been one of my cherished kind of priorities for me.
He's an incredible entrepreneur. There's days where he'll take 2 steps to your 1 step if that's what it takes.
Like all businesses, things were tough and he made hard decisions, but he was always honest, really to a fault.
There's been plenty of meetings where he's huddled us up and said, "Hey boys, we got to figure out how to build this."
He always kind of had a saying that if you help enough people in life get what they want, you'll get what you want.
I get to see a lot of the little things that people really don't see. A lot of people just see him as the head of the company and not realize how giving he really is to everyone.
The company over the years has developed sort of an internal creed or motto, the Petersen way, that I think people recognize as a business that you'd want to deal with.
For me, it's really the ability to see people grow and let them feel a part and passion. Just like my dad included me in his passion, I've tried to include all the people that work here.
One afternoon we were at Mount Ogden playing golf and Steve had hit his ball into the trees. He's competitive as the day is long and we were just having a friendly round of golf. I said, "Steve, just pick that up and throw it out of there. Where your ball's lying, if you swing at it, you're gonna break your club." He said, no, I won't break my club." Well, the rest is history. Steve didn't pick it up, took a man-sized swing at it, moved the ball about 6 inches. The club hit the branch, broke the shaft. The head of the club came around, hit him in the forehead, and the broken shaft stabbed him in the forearm.
We were in Munich, Germany. We were on the Autobahn. I'm on the phone with my wife, and all of a sudden Steve starts saying, "I did it, I did it, I did it." And I said, "What did you do?" And he said, "We're now going 150 miles an hour." And my wife said, "What?" And we've laughed about that many times. But the other part of that story is we were going 150 miles an hour and a Lamborghini passed us and just blew our doors off. It was like we were standing still.
First of all, what a privilege it's been for me to be a friend But secondly, Steve also is a man that has given back. He's a man that believes in the community. He believes in his employees.
He told me 33 years ago, he said, Rob, you need to hoe to the end of the row. Old farming term, hoe to the end of the row. And I agreed to do that. I just didn't know that the row was 40 years long. So here I am still hoeing, and I'm not at the end of the row yet.
Thanks for remaining the kind of person that you were 40 years ago. The same honest, open, caring person. And that's been reflected, I think, in the way he's shared his bounty with his employees, with the community, with his family.
I love him and super grateful to be his son, to be able to follow in his footsteps, I hope.
You know, I'm a welder, and to have a welder on that wall, that's quite an achievement in Ogden, Utah. And as I look at those past recipients, they've been my heroes. They've been the people I've looked up to all my life. I've served on many boards with them, and I'm just very humbled at the opportunity to be a part of Greater Utah.